Welcome to Complexity Made Simple. My name is Paul Allen, and the subject of today's video, well, we're going to continue with the theme for a black belt and a green belt of always understanding why. And we're going to talk a little bit more about why would I use a design of experiments, the power of a designed experiment. Now, if this is a subject that interests you, before we start, remember, Design of Experiments for 21st Century Engineers. You can get it from lulu.com, recently released. Practical, useful, buy it now. And if you're into Six Sigma and you want the same style, practical, useful, drink tea and read the paper. As I say, it's very practical. We keep off the stats too much. We help you to make more money with your black belt qualification, because that's what it's about. So go and take a look at those books, and now we'll get into, well, I'm going to call this again the power of DOE. This is going to be quite a short video potentially, but it's very simple. I get sent lots of comments, lots of questions. People contact me all the time on email. If you want to do that, so ask me for some advice, please do. But I got an email from someone, I think they're in New York State, they're at university over there. They're trying to understand a machine. They'd done a DOE and they wanted advice about how to use the DOE and maybe what other experiments to do and things like this. And I'm quite happy to just answer those questions if you want to send me one of those. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the machine was or what the process was or anything. That's not important. So obviously what I did was I answered the thing. He sent me all the data. I took a look at what he'd done. I created a model from the data that he'd sent me, and I gave him some advice just basically on the limited understanding of what I knew about the process that he was using. But something dawned on me. You see, once I got the DOE, something dawned on me. What had he sent me? What did he send me? What had I received? This is the power of a designed experiment. So when I'm asking you to understand why, and I'm banging the drum about DOE and saying every engineer needs this, you need this tool. What had he sent me with the DOE? He'd sent me all his process knowledge. He sent me the DOE, I generated a model, and he gave me the capability to understand, run, and set up his machine. And literally that took me 5 minutes to get that knowledge. I took the DOE, I created a model, so I got a maths model. What did that do? Gave me all the... So think about this. If I told you what the machine was and I told you the range that the results had come across, and I said, leave me some comments, give me a target. So if the results went from 10 at the bottom to 84 at the top, and I just said to you folks, give me a target anywhere between 10 and 84. So somebody asks me to hit 36. I can use the model, I can find the settings, I can send it to the US, and we'll hit 36. Somebody else says, oh no, I want you to hit 42.5. I can do exactly the same thing. Think about this. I've never met this person. I've never met the machine, and I have no prior knowledge of the process that he was asking about. Never used the machine that he was asking about. It's relatively new technology, and I've never used one. And yet, now I know how it works. Now I can hit targets with it. How about that? 5 minutes was all it took me when he sent me the DOE. Now, he might have spent 5 days collecting the data for the DOE. But for me, he sent me all his knowledge. That's the power of this thing. People spend years fiddling about with technology, trying to understand the physics about what's going on. You can't understand the physics, it's too complicated. But if you use a DOE and you generate mathematical models, good mathematical models that work from good, well-designed experiments, you can get all the process knowledge in 5 minutes. And that's why when people ask me about DOE, what do I always tell them? I always tell them it's the fastest way to find out. Somebody gave me all their process knowledge in 5 minutes. I don't know any other technique that does this. If anybody would like to send me an email that would explain their process in 5 minutes such that I can hit any target, please send it to me, because I don't know another technique. That is design of experiments. That's why you should learn it, because it gives you the power to learn fast. And in this fast moving world of today, that's what you need. You need the power to get more knowledge quicker than your competition and to make bucket loads of cash. Make more money, use DOE.